What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. And man, what a day for Dominican boxing. By the way, I just want to apologize to all the people who've been watching the show and following the channel since the beginning and really delved into this Dominican movement. And I haven't been able to give y'all the content y'all want. I want to apologize to that. I should be putting in more work, but really, I'm really busy. Got have a lot of new things moving around in my life, so just excuse me with the lack of content I've been delivering lately. Once I get everything settled, I'll go back to how I used to be, being live more often, interviewing people more often, putting out clips more often. It's just right now I'm going through like a lot of transition at the same time, and it's kind of taking my time. So for those of you who've been supporting since the beginning, just know I'm gonna come back with a vengeance. And you see what my boys doing in the Olympics, right? You see what these Dominicans doing. We out here making Dominican boxing history. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry. We'll get to that. First, I wanted to start off the show by saying this is my favorite hat I got in my hat collection. And I don't have too much of a hat collection. I got good hair. So you know what I'm saying? I got my shit be looking shiny, looking good. I don't need to be wearing a hat. So one of the reasons why this is my favorite hat is because it's covering the shit I got under, man. This shit, I ain't have a good hair day, man. Today was one of those days. Y'all know how y'all be coming on the channel. We like, yo, bro, we're looking fresh with the hair. Nah, today was not one of these days. So that's one of the reasons why it is one of my favorite hats. But in all seriousness, the real reason why this is one of my favorite hats is because, yo, Joan Guzman literally gave me this off his head. Literally took it off his head and gave it to me. And yo, like Joan Guzman to me is like Michael Jordan. The same way, if you grew up a basketball fan and that's who you look, and he's the greatest in your eyes, and cool. To me, in terms of the Dominican boxing, to me, he's my Michael Jordan. So for him to be literally give it, like, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna post a picture when he gave it to me. This was I pulled up on him at his gym or whatever, just to tap in with him. That's my guy, and we ended up taking a picture, and I kind of wanted to share with y'all with the day he gave me the, like, you could still literally see the crease. You could, if you look, if you could still see the crease of the hat on his head. That's how fresh it was. He gave it to me, and he says it was a new hat. It wasn't something like he been wearing for a long time, but that was definitely why this is one of my favorite hats, man. And he's someone who's always been good to me, never gave me bad vibes, never tried to big time me. Definitely a good dude. And yo, apart from his great pro career, he had a great amateur career. Like, yo, he was gold medalist at the Central American Games, where the Cubans used to fight, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, all those countries used to fight there. And he won gold in the Central American game and in the Pan American Games, where Americans and Venezuelans and all those countries fight. And he won gold in both those. And then he went to the Olympics, and he says he underestimated his opponent and he lost. He says he legit lost. He don't feel he got robbed. He says he underestimated his opponent and took the L. That's how he's described to me his Olympic journey. But that was his Olympic journey. Right now in the Olympics, there's two Dominicans that are guaranteed a medal. This has never happened in Dominican boxing history. We are living in a moment where not only are we seeing it in the professional ranks where Dominican boxing is raising, we are now seeing this in the amateurs. You get what I'm saying? We had one gold medalist and one bronze medalist before. Right now, we're guaranteed two bronze medalists at least. And to be honest with you, we can see both of these guys winning gold medals. That's not that far-fetched with how they've looked and the competition they have ahead of them. Pinales is in a really tough division. Obviously, that's people were saying that the division Pinales is in is the hardest division because Arlen Lopez is there, who he beat when he won the gold medal for the Central American game. I believe he beat him in the semifinals. So he already beat that guy, and the other guy was a silver medalist who got knocked out by that Brazilian Herbert Sousa in the Olympics, but now he goes by Herbert Sousa Conceição. Yeah, and he's from the same city and town as the other Conceição, and they're not related. Robson Conceição. Yeah, they're not related. From the same town, same last name, and they're not related. But anyways, so Kizniak is a silver medalist. He lost. He was winning every single second of that fight until he got knocked out, like with like 10 seconds left in the fight. And I interviewed him, Herbert Conceição. I interviewed him, and but yeah. Anyways, that's who Arlen Lopez is fighting. Arlen Lopez is fighting that guy, and they're at the top of the food chain. So one of them is taken out. I am hoping Arlen Lopez wins that fight because Kizniak, man, that dude is an animal, man. That dude comes to fight. He throws 100 punches per round. No, like he has a good chin. I know I said he got knocked out, but that was just because he was, rushing in like that. And I'm not so sure Pinales got that power to really like make him not want to come in so aggressively. So I'm hoping Arlen Lopez wins for Pinales' sake. But yeah, the fact that he's already gonna medal in the hardest division going into this tournament shows the quality of his abilities. Like for real, like that's really impressive to me. And it made me think too. If let's just say this guy gold medal, right? He won a gold medal. Yo, bro, I think he could have the biggest rollout a Dominican boxer has ever had. But it would take somebody to take a risk. But I think the risk is worth it. If this guy wins a gold medal, the way the social media is, the way, if you can somehow make his pro debut a main event in New York City, the little room in Madison Square Garden, you invite maybe the president of the Dominican Republic or the mayor from his town or something, where you're getting like government officials to go and support and be like, yo, this is an Olympic gold medalist for the Dominican Republic. We are going to show we're going to support him from day one. Main event. And all the Dominicans pack that out. Yo, he has a potential to really, really, make a name for himself early in his career. Kind of like what's his name? Nah, I guess it's a different comparison because I was gonna say Morel, but Morel really made a name for himself for what he did in the professionals. I'm comparing apples and oranges, but I think he can have a really big rollout. Just have him fight somebody who he's supposed to be fighting in his pro debut as the main event, and on the undercard put some Dominicans, invite the politicians and stuff like that, and get them on La Mega and get them on Alofoque and all these channels and promote it that way. I think this kid has the potential to be a Dominican superstar. I think in terms of how he can be promoted, I'm not so sure his personality. I'm just talking about him being in that division and winning a gold medal. I think he has a potential to really get promoted real well. But the other guy that fought and is also guaranteed a bronze medal is Junior Alcantara. Junior Alcantara honestly slid under my radar. He never really was talked about in DR like that. Like every time I mentioned, like, yo, what amateur should I look out for? His name never came up. So when he won a gold in the Central American, in the Pan American Games, excuse me, that surprised me because I had already heard about Pinales before the Central American Games, and that was his kind of like coming out party for everybody. But I had already heard about him. People had already put him on my radar. Junior Alcantara, I saw, I believe, 1.5 fight of his Pan Am Games. And although what I saw was impressed, I couldn't be totally sold because I haven't seen enough of him as opposed to Pinales. up until the Central American games, I had seen quite a few fights of his. But man, he showed to have skills. He showed to be really good, and honestly, he shows like he could definitely is the best guy in that division. I think he's the clear cut favorite. To be honest, from what I've seen from him, he's a really good fighter. The only thing is he's at 112, so that's hard to get attention to those divisions. Although lately we've seen, in Japan, Inoue sell a lot of tickets, and Bam Rodriguez, although not a huge draw, he definitely draws his 5,000-6,000s. You know what I'm saying? And his main evented, and he's well respected amongst the hardcore boxing fans. So there's those fights, but the fight that I think could be real big for him if he goes, if let's say he wins a gold and pro debut, and the fight could happen in 2-3 years, is him and Oscar Collazo. Him and Oscar Collazo in 2-3 years, I think, is a big fight because he'll come off that buzz of winning a gold medal, and Oscar Collazo has a belt and is entertaining. Shows he's the goods. He looks like a really good fighter. And to be honest, after Subriel losing that fight, I think he may be the best Puerto Rican right now, to be honest with you. And that's not even an insult because Collazo has shown, really good talent in his fights. So I think in 2-3 years, him and Junior Alcantara could definitely get it on. And if he wins a gold medal, that only adds to how big that fight could be. But one thing I gotta say is, Armando Hernandez, the coach of the Dominican national team, is doing an absolutely amazing job. To be honest, look at his work. Eldy Cedeno, who got all hype on and all this knockout puncher, he was an Olympian. Yeah, he was under that man's wing. Oh shit, Rohan Polanco, he may be the best prospect in all of boxing, including Abdullah Mason. Oh yeah, he was under Armando Hernandez. Oh yeah, Elvis Rodriguez, when he was coming out that bubble, knocking dudes out under him. Carlos Adames, Alberto Puello, Hector Luis Garcia. Now these two guys, he done produced 2 bronze medalists at least, and these guys can become gold medalists or silver medalists. Who knows? We'll see where things go. But all that is his work. So, I gotta give it up to Armando Hernandez, bro. And I've had him on the channel before. Shout out to Armando Hernandez. He definitely shows me love, and when we communicate, he's always in good spirits and in good vibes. He's also working on Jose Luis de los Santos, Edwin de los Santos' brother, who a lot of people they dig in. A lot of people feel like he has potential. Maybe he's a little on the wild side, but that's not something. Maybe he's young. I believe he's only like 21 or 22, so that's something he can mature out of. And with the right trainer, he can learn to calm down. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to give Armando Hernandez his flowers, man. Yes, the athletes deserve the credit, and they're the ones taking the punches and all that. But it's a team effort, and his part needs to be shot, out. And shout out to Armando Hernandez, my Cuban brother, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. But yeah. Oh, but one thing that worries me about these Olympics is Junior Alcantara is about to fight a guy named Bilal Benama. And that dude is from France. The fight is the Olympics is in Paris, France. If you look at that dude's last 2 fights in the Olympics, it don't look like he won, and he ended up winning. I'm worried about that fight. And not because I'm worried that Junior Alcantara can't beat that guy, but the judges being in France with the French fighter who already has had questionable wins, I worry about the decision here. I worry about it. And I'm saying that publicly, and I'm saying that before the fight. Hey, prove me wrong. get a great decision, whether the Dominican is winning or losing. You know, let's see, let's see. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Dominican boxing. To be honest with you, I'm really am. I'm excited. I can't imagine how the investment in Dominican boxing is going to be, because once we get a manager who's smart enough to tap into the, you know, that alofoque crowd, I'll say that. I'm not even going to say Dominican hip hop. I'm gonna just say alofoque crowd, because alofoque seems to run Latin America, like in terms of the podcast game I'm talking about. I'm interested into seeing what Dominican manager can bring him and their fighter to that audience, where that audience is very well aware as to who that Dominican boxer is. Because a lot of times, these Dominicans, you know, the average Dominican in the bodega, in the restaurant, in the supermarket, you ask them like, yo, you know who's Alberto Puello and Carlos Adames? They'll say no. They'll say no. A lot of people, and those are the two world champions that we got. And one is in the glamour division, in the middleweight division, and they both got the WBC, which a lot of people seem to have in higher prestige as to other belts, right? That's just what's perceived, because Mayweather, that was his favorite belt, so everybody kind of, you know, started liking the green belt. And plus, they make beautiful belts, to be honest with you. You know, like, the Dominicans are not that interested in boxing currently. So I'm interested to see what promoter slash manager is crafty enough to tap into that market. Because once they tap into that market, you imagine boxing tap fully in with Dominicans, like fully, like the way they are with baseball. You know how lit the Garden is? You know how many thick women will be at a VR versus PR boxing match? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like just now Dominican boxing is getting so good that all it's missing is the right people promoting them, the right people moving them, the right people showing who they are, and promoting and keeping them focused. And the fighters need to stay focused too, you know, because once you get a couple dollars, still got to stay focused, man. That's one thing I got to give credit to, you know, like Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, who made so much money. These, you know, Lennox Lewis and these guys already were millionaires, Sugar Ray Leonard, and still coming back and still fighting and taking the hardest fight and fighting for a belt and coming back for a loss. And it's like, Muhammad Ali, you good financially, bro. And he would keep going. I love that, man. I love that. This boxing game, man, it's something that it's a bit frustrating, because not all the time that the better guy gets a decision. Not all the time. It really, sometimes it just depends what country you're from. Like that's something that bothers me, because it's like, I've been told by managers that they go, yo, if your fighter was Puerto Rican, we would have signed him. Literally straight out, like, in no other business can you say like, oh yeah, hey Johnny, I'm gonna hire you for this position. No, I can't hire you because you Dominican. In no other profession could you do that. But in this profession, that's what's language that's openly discussed. You know what I'm saying? And I think the narrative is changing a little bit. And with these two guys, what they're doing in the Olympics, man, they're really bringing attention to themselves. They're really bringing attention to the country. Because again, when you're in the Olympics, you representing your country. And now when you can stand, whatever they go back to their country, they both going to be like this. Maybe it's bronze, maybe it's silver, maybe it's gold. Maybe it's mismatch where one guy wins gold, the other guy wins silver, or maybe they both win gold. Who knows? But they're coming back with medals, and that's historic. They're part of history. But I'm gonna put the link out, man. I'm gonna put the link out in the chat. If anybody wants to tap in with the voice of Dominican boxing, definitely tap in. Yo, my brother Randy needs to tap in, man. Click that link, bro. You never hit the fucking link, man. Tap in, bro. Tap in. But anyways, hold on. I don't know if I agree with this. It says Broadway draw. Right now, Dominicans running the boxing game in the Caribbean, and I'm Puerto Rican. I wouldn't say that. I think Cubans. Honestly, I think the best Caribbean Latinos right now is Cubans. They be meddling. I don't know. I don't. It doesn't look like too many gonna medal. I know Arvin Lopez already guaranteed a medal, but I don't think as many Cubans are gonna medal as years before. But in general, they medal consistently, and they be having world champions, and they be having world champions from cruiserweight down to fucking like 126. So I'm gonna say those are the Cubans are the best Latino, the best Caribbean Latinos in boxing is Cubans. But yo, shout out to you rocking the Dominican boxing
You
shirt.
already know, man.
I definitely appreciate the support, man. I still gotta get my Elvis Rodriguez shirt, man.
I got you next fight, bro.
Damn, man. It's in New York. Well, talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah,
This is
September
Elvis'
27th.
manager. If y'all don't know, where is Elvis Rodriguez fighting, man?
September 27th, Madison Square Garden in New York. Finally, bro. We coming home. So let's
Woo!
see. Let's see. I want to see all these Dominicans come through.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was hard on and I don't know if you watched that show, but I was hard on the Dominican boxing fan for not showing up in Miami. What was it? June 22nd? What was the date? I don't remember.
Yeah, June 29th.
29. June 29th. I don't know if you saw that show. I went off on the fans. Off.
I mean, it is what it is. Yo, look, I was happy that the people who showed up, a lot of people showed up, a lot of people showed up for Elvis. I didn't like that a lot of them went home as soon as he fought. I thought they should
I
have
mean,
stuck
all
around.
four Dominicans had fought. I wanted to leave at that point. What am I miss Steve
Yeah.
Claggett versus Teofimo and Ali versus you know what I'm saying?
Like
Like,
I think ultimately we all Latino and we should all support each other, bro. So
no. I say that facetiously.
you know,
Yeah, no. Talk to me about that moment in the first round. Both moments. The moment where Elvis Rodriguez gets dropped and hard,
yeah,
and
that's the
he
first
gets
time I
up.
seen him. That's the first time I saw him hurt. So I was like, oh shit, bro.
What did at any moment were you like, yeah, I think it's done?
I was worried. I don't know. I didn't think it was done. I don't think. I know Elvis. I seen Elvis and he bangs and he wasn't. He's not gonna lay down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, but of course I can't. I'm not gonna lie and be like I wasn't worried. Anyone gets dropped, you're always gonna be worried. I was worried. I was more worried in that, like, I hope that he was able to recover quick enough, and he did. So it was what it was.
Talk to me about when you saw him land that shot at the
Well,
end of the round.
I didn't think that dude was gonna get up. I didn't
That
think he
was
was
a
gonna get
nasty
up.
right hook.
I was like, damn. But you know what? I said if he wouldn't have been, if he wouldn't have had gotten dropped and he would have landed that punch, that dude wouldn't have got up. I think the fact that he got dropped kind of gave him like motivation to continue, and then also I think Elvis didn't land the punch as hard as he could have if he hadn't been hurt earlier.
I think it was more fast than it was hard. I think it was kind of like it was kind of like a catch and shoot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Yo,
Uh,
bro,
uh,
I'm telling you, like Elvis got like the one hitter. He got like one punch knockout power, bro.
you know what? And I actually do believe you. I just want to see it. I haven't seen it like I saw it when he was coming up, but after he left the bubble, I haven't seen it again. And I know he stepped up in competition since he
You
left the
gotta look at
bubble.
all the times that he dropped people. It's off of one punch. It's not really off of
That's
accumulation.
true. Yeah,
You know
he I easily like punch that hit Adorno. That easily could have been a knockout punch.
that. But I mean, like when you just look at them all in general, it's generally there's a couple guys that he broke down, but most of the time it comes off of one punch. So it boom, and the guy goes down, and then he starts rethinking about the rest. Whether he wants to continue or not, bro.
Yo, can you talk to me about Elvis's lack of activity in terms of throwing punches? Now, I know he wasn't active, in terms of getting fights, but I'm talking about sometimes he has these lulls and moments where he's waiting for everything to be perfect for him to open up. What about creating your offense? Talk to me about that.
I think it's little things that we need to tweak and work in the gym. Um, we're definitely working on addressing it this go around. And it's I think it's a combination of a lot of things, especially in that fight. It was so many things going into that fight, the ups and the downs and the year layoff, and it's tough to get motivated when it's like championship fight, big money, and then like off TV, little money, like some nobody,
Mhm.
and
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
then
Yeah,
also like
you're
the
not gonna be as motivated if you're getting paid less and the level of competition isn't Subrio Matias, which
yeah,
was heavily rumored.
you have Matias, you have Teofimo, and the other names that was on the table. Like those are like exciting. Like I can't wait. Like I'm about to change my life, and then it's like those they didn't happen, and it was what it was, man. But also he was in camp for so long, bro, and it was the up and the down and the up and the down. There was a moment where he was just like, "Yo, I'm out of here, man."
Yeah, really. So and how do you feel now? Because you know what he went through. How do you feel now, knowing he's gonna have that peace of mind? How
I
do you feel
think
as a
I
manager?
think we all feel much better. Like it's just nice knowing who we're fighting, when we're fighting, where we're fighting, you know, the exact date, the exact opponent. It's not like surprises every time. You
Okay.
know, I think we were for a couple years there. It was kind of like what is it like the box of chocolates, yo? You right? You never know what you're gonna get, bro. And so like now it's there's more of like a path.
Well, now you know you know what I'm gonna ask you, right? You know what I'm gonna ask you.
What
How
happened?
how the hell you get Elvis back on top rank, man? How the hell did you pull that one off?
Look, I think business is business, and I always felt that we were doing best with Top Rank. You know, I tell you all the time, I'm an old school guy. Like, I feel like the money's at the end, and you got to be fighting constantly and being busy and staying active and being seen and win, lose or draw, you got to be in there, bro. And a Top Rank provides opportunities. They provide a stage. They promote well. So the opportunity came up, and we grabbed it. We grabbed it.
Okay, and how did that opportunity come about?
We were looking for a couple of things. And the Teofimo fight actually presented itself, and we got to talking. Um, we cleared up situations, mended fences, and things is what it is. Like I always told you, nobody promotes like they do, nobody moves fighters like they do. So regardless, that is what it is.
Right. So it's water under the bridge, is what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Look, it is what I think when things happen, and especially me, as emotional as I get, you know, um, you can get pretty. I can get pretty hot headed sometimes, and when I settle down and look at things from a cooler perspective, it was what it was, man. Happy to be back. Happy to be back home.
All right. All right. Home, home, home. All right. Well, listen, man, there's no secret, that there's the Dominican. You got a Dominican boxing shirt on. You manage a Dominican boxer. There are
Mhm.
two Dominican boxers in the Olympic team right now making major noise. Both
Yeah,
guaranteed at least a
congratulations to
bronze.
both of them. Congratulations to both of them.
Talk to me about what you've seen from them in their performance here in the Olympics.
Bro, I wish Junior was a little bigger, bro.
Yeah, right.
If he was a little bigger, man, you're looking at like a Joan Guzman type guy, bro.
Ooh, you think he's that talented? I
Bro,
got a Joe Guzman hat right now.
bro, he can fight, bro. The way he moves in and out and moves, bro, he can, and you can see that he got popped because when he lands, when he was fighting the Spanish kid today, and he landed in the second round, the Spanish kid, the whole fight changed, bro.
Yeah.
And he stopped throwing and was not being active anymore.
Listen, man. He slid under my radar. I said that earlier. I don't know how long you've been watching the show. It's like you follow the amateur system too. Every time I got wind of who's the amateurs to see, I was here Jose Luis de los Santos,
He's
Cristian
just not
Pinales.
he's just not in a
His name
popular
never
weight
came
class.
up. His you ever heard his name before?
Yeah, no, but I mean he won the gold.
I'm saying before he won the gold medal.
I think that's probably the
You
first
never heard
time.
it.
I saw like that tournament. I saw him fight.
Okay. All
Um,
right. Then
but
he
like
slid under
that
my
weight
radar.
class to me is like it was. Here's what it is. Like
I see what you're saying. You watching, but you're not really watching.
right.
I got you. But it's the Olympics, and now you finally watching, and you're impressed. You
I
like
just
what you
think
see.
that like he's so clearly better than everyone else in his division, from my perspective, talent wise, that like it's eye opening, bro. You gotta like watch, bro, because it's like he got a tough fight against this French kid coming up.
How do you feel about that fight being in France against a Frenchman?
Bro, look, I did you watch the French kid against the Cuban kid?
Yeah.
Bro, they went to war. They went to war. That was the best fight of the Olympics so far, bro.
Who you thought won?
It's a pick and fight, bro. Like it
No,
was.
that's not what I asked you. I asked you who you thought won.
I honestly, I'm not mad that the French kid won.
You thought he won.
I thought the fight was too close for me to be like to pick a clear. I would hate to be a judge in that fight.
Okay, that's fair. I'll accept that answer.
Like I wouldn't. I know whoever I picked in that fight, because you can't pick a draw. Like I'm gonna be upset.
How about Cristian Pinales? Cristian Pinales, he won gold medal in the Central American Games.
Yeah,
He beat
man.
Arlen Lopez. He beat the Colombian in the final, who was a really tough dude. And went on to beat an American in the Pan American Games. He unfortunately he didn't win, he did a medal, but he beat an American there, and now has guaranteed himself a bronze medal. Talk to me about him.
If he can beat this Kazakh kid, I think he'll win gold, bro. I don't
Okay.
think the other two kids can beat him, bro.
You don't think Alexander Kizniak is a bad
No,
style
bro. I
matchup?
thought, listen, that dude. If you would have asked me 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I would have told you Kizniak is the best fighter, best amateur fighter I've seen in years, bro.
I just don't think Pinales
Bro,
can
he
hurt
threw
him.
his.
I don't think Pinales
I'm
can hurt him.
upset because that dude threw his career down the drain, bro. He
Yo,
should have been a
hold on,
star.
keep talking. I'll be here. I just got to fix something with my camera. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm still here. You can keep talking. It's just I got to fix something with my camera.
Bro, that dude
But
should have been a star, bro. That dude should have been a star. He's not fighting as
no,
good.
but you got to remember, he didn't go pro right away because he got a silver medal. He was winning the whole fight, so
Yeah,
he
but
was
he
like,
should have
"Yo, I'm
gone
gonna
like,
do another fight."
what are you gaining, bro? Like, he should have went pro, become world champion, and excited the fans because his style of fighting for the pros would have been perfect. But like now at this bigger weight, he hasn't been looking as good. He hasn't been looking as impressive, as unbeatable as he was looking before. He looked, I mean, if that punch doesn't land from that Brazilian kid, he looked unbeatable up until that punch.
Yeah.
I think he had like
For Eldy, and Eldy gave him a tough fight.
he hadn't lost in like I think it was like 4 years going into that fight.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. I agree. I just think that
Wasted his career, bro.
that's a slippery slope for him.
Nah, he
slippery
takes.
slope for
I think he
Christian
takes too
Pinales.
many
I don't.
punches. His style, like he takes too
Yeah,
many
but the
punches.
thing is Pinales don't hit hard enough to take advantage of
Nah,
that.
bro.
That's
Like
my point.
he's not. He don't look so special at this weight.
Hold on. I got a couple super chats. My bad for holding y'all down. My man Juan de la Cruz says, "We will be there, Madison Square Garden. Bunch of Dominican flags. Let's go." And then he comes out with another $2 super chat. Says, who's the opponent for Elvis?
Kendo Castañeda.
Kendo el Tremendo. I like that nickname that he got. Kendo Castañeda. Let's go. He is a 140 pounder. His record is 21
I
and
think he's
6.
47.
He's a 47.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is a 47. Where no, oh well, his last two fights were at 47, but before that he was a 140 pounder. So you guys are fighting at what weight?
143.
143. Okay, and your intentions is to stay at 140. Like
Yeah.
he makes he doesn't want he has no desire of moving up.
Not right now. We want to get the opportunity, and then we go from there.
So this is the opponent you guys got. Kendo Castaneda. He is 21 and 6, 9 knockouts, so he's not a big punch out of his 21 wins, and then he's been knocked out twice. He's on a 2-win streak, but before that, 3 fights ago, he got knocked out by Antonio Moran. And 3 fights before that, he got knocked out by Raul Curiel. So this seems like a build-up fight, like a reintroduction of Elvis Rodriguez. Am I off to say that?
Yeah, I mean, we just trying to we the whole plan was to get 2 to 3 fights really quick and then put them in
Yeah,
there.
to that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to reintroduce him to the public.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And is there another plan to fight after September? Let's say he comes no cuts, no hand
Yeah,
injury, no
I
nothing.
think we might be able to squeeze one more in.
Wow, that if that's true, then wow, what a deal you guys struck with Top Rank. If that's true, that would be an absolute home run of a contract that you guys signed. You guys fought 3 times from June to December.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, that I mean, I don't think you guys would be able to pull it off, but if you could, whew, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Talk to me about the other Dominicans that fought on that card. You got. Let's start. Eldy Cedeno.
Man, go back to Pinales, man. Yo, what you think, yo?
I think he has a perfect Olympic amateur style. I don't know how he does it in the pros.
He could crack, bro.
I never seen him hurt nobody.
He can crack.
I seen him get a standing 8 in the World Championship games, but I don't even think he should have got it. I was like, what? That fight was horrific. I think he fought a Russian dude. That referee was horrific.
If he wins this fight, which I think this is his gold medal fight, if he wins this fight, I think he'll get gold medal.
Hey, listen. I did say that he has the perfect Olympic style fight. I was talking about his pro.
I think he's going to be a good pro. I think he's going to be a good pro. Bro.
He needs to go with the right trainer. That's dangerous. That fighting that style, you could be, boring and you Dominican.
He'll clean it up. They'll learn. And you know when you learn when you get in those ring wars and
yeah, he doesn't look like he sits down on his punches too.
He will. Like you'll teach these kids.
But again, in the amateurs, you can get away with that. And
yo, my boy fights tomorrow. You better tune in.
Talk to me about the Mexican prospect you were looking.
He's fighting tomorrow.
Is it Marcos Verde from Mexico, who you've been on this channel from before anybody even heard of this dude, before he won the gold. You've been on this channel
2 years, bro. 2
talking
years.
to me about it and talking to the public about Michael's Vende. Talk to me about what you've seen from him in the Olympics, and who do you see as the potential like problem for him, like to win the gold?
He fought this African kid from Mozambique who was strong, bro. Like he came out in his first fight, hurt his opponent a couple times. Then he fought Marco. It was a tough fight, but you know he does what he does. He could box, he could bang. Bro, that's the future of boxing right there, yo. I'm telling you, that's the future of
What
boxing.
weight class will he fight in the professional?
I think like 54. He'll probably start out 54, 60.
Okay. Any chance you sign him?
Who knows? Who knows?
Are you in communication with him, his father, his team, anybody?
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, when you're talking about Mexicans and you're talking about the Olympics and you're talking about guys who medal, you know, people pop out the woodwork, yo.
So
You know,
you don't sound too
I
confident
remember
you can
I
snag him.
remember Oscar Valdez was getting money from the richest man in the world at the time, yo.
Carlos Slim? Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can't compete with that. Man, tell Carlos Slim to holla at me, man. We make this
Bro,
dude
this bro, I'm
I'll
telling
make
you.
him $1 billion just with this kid. Tell
And yo,
Carlos Slim
and
to invest
these two
and
Dominican
let me
kids,
manage.
bro, like these two Dominican kids, they gonna be all right, yo. They're gonna be all right. Like I think I could see them winning world titles, bro.
Okay,
And
okay.
if
I
the
could
yo
definitely see that
listen,
from my Alcantara. I could definitely see that from my Alcantara.
If Pinal is a good looking kid, he has a great personality, he's a great in ring personality, you know.
And he has an interesting story with his car accident. Remember?
Fucking shit, yo.
We won't
That was
even get too
bad,
deep
bro.
into that. We won't
That
even
was
get too
bad.
deep into that. But that dude has been through so much, and right now is 2 wins away from a gold medal. And I was saying this before you got on. I was like, yo, if somebody was to really want to make a statement and how they invest in the Dominican boxing, they'll make him the main event in the little room in Madison Square Garden for his pro debut. Put 4 or 5 Dominicans on the undercard. Invite the governor of his town, the fucking mayor of his town, if possible, the president of DR. Invite them, make sure they're there, get them ringside seats.
I think it depends how like the Dominican community comes out for them, right? Because we had an
If you
Olympic.
making it seem like, yo, this dude won a gold medal, that's why you're going.
I mean, we had one before.
Yeah, but his pro debut was in the gym in DR, bro. Like he
Yo, look,
fumbled.
you know what's funny? I had
He
a.
hold on. You just got me. You just brought up a good topic. Felix Diaz won the gold medal, and it's almost like he just didn't want to box anymore.
I mean, I know, like some, but I don't know. I'm not getting
Like
into that.
I don't feel like he took it as serious as like Elvis Rodriguez is taking it.
I think Elvis is the most dedicated fighter there is, bro.
He is pretty dedicated. He is. I saw him the other day. He already posted. He back in the gym. So
Bro,
he
he took a
came.
week off. He took 8 days off to see his kid. He hadn't seen his kid in 7 months.
Yo, yeah. God bless him, man. God bless him, man. Being away from my son, I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine
You
that.
already know. So
So he if he's sacrificing that, that means he really locked in like that.
no, he's
But
dedicated.
that's that's Jan Santana is
And
another kid doing the
that's
same
why he
thing.
got up. And that's why he got up because he's in that gym and he eats that gym. Another guy wouldn't have got up, bro.
Mhm. Talk to me about Jan Santana, man. What would you like? What you saw? What
I
you
thought,
didn't
bro,
like?
I thought he performed spectacular against um a, a a really really tough dude, bro.
How high are you on Jan Santana? Like how far you think he
I
can
think
take
he
it?
has, the bro, like, I think that the sky's the limit. I
Okay.
think the sky's the limit for that kid.
Would
I
you
think
make it? What's up?
I like all the Dominican kids. Like all of them are
No,
super
but I'm
talented.
asking about specifically the performance. As far as I want to ask about Rohan. What do you think of his performance on that same card?
I think he performed spectacularly.
Yeah, man. That kid. How good do you think he is?
I think the I think where he's gonna have issues. I already had this conversation with you. Is gonna be his weight, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think he can make 140 pounds.
I listen. I agree. I agree. He need. I
At 143, he looks like he's dying. Where are you gonna get the other 3 pounds?
Well, the fight was at 142, but I
And he
think
looked like he was dying, bro.
he did not look good. I can admit I was very concerned for his health, with how he looked at that weigh-in, and I would like to see him fight at 147. That's just me being honest, bro.
But
But
I think he was a 147 pounder.
yeah, the thing is, most of his fights were like at, I remember at one point, I think mine in
He
our
was
first.
he was ranked at 47, and the amateurs he fought at 47
No, and I
or
think even in our
52.
interview, our first interview ever, me and him, I think I asked him, I'm like, yo, what weight are you? Aren't you a 47? I think I started off saying, yo, you fight at 47 and we never had a world champion at that weight. And he corrected me. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, what's up? He goes, I fight at 140. I was like, and then I looked up the
Yeah,
weights and I was like, no, you fought at a bunch of 47 fights. He goes, yeah, because they're non-title fights. So I don't need to make the weight.
nah, but like he looked like he's like. I mean, I hope he can make it,
I hope
but
so too. I hope
but
so.
I hope he can make it in a healthy way because the way he looked at that weigh-in, bro, I was shocked that he performed the way he performed because I was like, I don't know if
Listen,
he's gonna make it out here, bro.
I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that. It was to the point where had a friend of mine who went to the fight, and he asked me how I think Rohan's going to look. I told him, yo, I hope he doesn't get knocked out. I literally told him that.
Bro, you're not the only person. Everyone thought that.
I was like, yo, I hope he don't get knocked out because he did not look in good condition. But when I saw him, yo, he blew up.
Yeah,
And he was looking strong. He looked like a middleweight. He looked strong
yeah,
and
but
beat the crap out that guy.
you know, your body can only take that. And the problem again is those last 2-3 pounds. Like, where are you gonna get that from?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Listen, at no point did I disagree that
And
he
and
should.
any smart opponent at that point is gonna be like, yeah, I'm not fighting you over 140.
Or I need a rehydration clause if you want this
I
fight.
mean, forget about the rehydration clause. Just force them to get to 140, and you know, you gonna have the upper hand, bro. So look, I hope maybe it was a situation with this fight in particular. I hope he can make it. I think he's been looking great, so nobody can really say anything about that. He looks. I think the good thing about him is that he looks better and better every fight.
Okay.
He started out a little kind of like he was like okay,
He did. He did. He
and
did.
and he gets better and better every fight. And the last fight was his best performance yet.
Shout out to Hector Movens, who's had him since he came to America and has shown improvement on it. I have here a question for you. The Nobody 92 sends $5 super chat. And he says, Benji, how you feel about Schofield calling out Elvis? And how do you see that fight going if it gets made?
Who?
Floyd Schofield.
He's 130, isn't he?
He's a 35 pounder. Come on, man. You know who he is. Stop. Stop, man. Don't do that now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I
You
mean,
know who.
listen, he can call out Elvis, I guess.
All right. I'll
And if he
take
wants
that
to make
answer.
the fight happen, I have no problem making that fight happen.
The Nobody 92 sends a $10 super chat. Shout out to the Nobody 92. He says, what do you mean after the gold it seemed like Felix Diaz didn't want to box anymore? I felt he beat Lamont Peterson and was robbed. He didn't try to win against Crawford as well. No, my thing is it never seemed like he was all in. And I seen interviews with I'm not even gonna say that because I don't want to be like throwing dirt on the name. But the rumor was he wasn't dedicated. Yo, Joel Diaz did an interview saying how 2-3 weeks before the fight, he was like at 152
But you
or
know
one.
what his name? You know what his nickname was in the amateurs? Puerco.
Why?
That dude. That dude. he just he eats everything, bro.
Yeah, nah. I mean, and how he started his career was the worst, one of the worst starts of a career I've ever seen. He was fighting in Germany, and then his pro debut was in DR, like
But there's a
in
whole story to that. But I mean, it don't matter. Like this,
yeah, he
it
was
ain't.
fighting in Germany. He was doing this, he was doing that, and then finally he came, and
Yeah,
then
but
he never looked like in
that
really
was
good shape.
that were things that he shouldn't have done. But I look, I think that the kids coming up right now. So there's one. The only thing I'm gonna say about these Olympics is that it's been like it's easier to watch because it's not so many fights.
Yeah.
Um, it was harder to get into this Olympics, but it's easier to win a medal in this Olympics
Why you say that?
because you don't have to win so many fights.
I mean, whatever. It's still the best of the best, and there's a bunch of tournaments to qualify, so you end up
Right.
fighting those guys you missed
I think
anyway.
so. They weeded a lot of the guys out before,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and
and it's not like Pinales and Cantara wasn't performing at these
no,
events.
they were
One
both. I think
one
that
one guy won gold in the Central, and the other guy won gold in the Pan American
I
Games.
think they're both top five, top three in their weight class. So,
Yeah,
and I'll be
and
honest, I
it's not
think
unrealistic. They both win gold. It's not unrealistic. They both win
I
gold.
think they can. I definitely think they can.
I definitely think they can too.
I think they just need to he needs to get past this French kid. Alcantara just needs to get past this French kid. The French kid throws a lot of punches. He could punch. Um, and he's gonna have the crowd on his side. But I don't think Alcantara got that like that defense, and he moves in and he's in and out and he's in and out. He has great counter punches. He sits down on some of his punches pretty well. You can see he rocks these kids. So I think he'll beat the French kid. Um, the
You know who he
Binanes,
reminds me of? You know who he reminds me of?
who
Who he reminds you of at first? You said Joan Guzman earlier, but I don't know if that I'm not going to hold you to it. Who does he remind you of?
I think like of Dominican fighters, I think
No, no,
he
of
reminds me
anybody,
of like
anybody.
someone told me they said that they he reminds them of Lomachenko. I didn't see
Okay.
that. I see more like a Joan Guzman where he's in and out and he moves and he throws good punches and he has great. Who he reminds you of?
He reminds me of Claudio Marrero.
I can see that.
Right, right, right. That's who he reminds me of. Like kind of like that slick and kind
Oh,
of like
Claudio's fighting Henry today.
I think they fought already.
Who won?
I didn't see. I came out of work. I came home and was a dad for like a few hours, and now I'm here. So I missed out on all that. I'm worried about the Olympics. So, but I wish the TLC was more accessible. I feel like I always catch it not live. I need to
I
make more.
just think it's a shame that you got all of these guys fighting in this league that can't get fights.
Yo, but they're getting little 2,000, 5,000, 1,000 over here. That's not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Plus, maybe you making money sparring, and then you fighting in between making money. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. And people are invested. Like LD is now LD just fought today, and he dropped somebody in the first in his fight too.
Eury Cedeño.
Yeah, he's on the Philadelphia team. LD and Hendry on the team.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
And LD, he had his one fight. I saw on Instagram he dropped the dude with overhand left.
Listen, these you got to get all of these Dominicans to come out to Elvis's fight,
Why me? Why me? I'm
and
not getting the cut, bro.
you got to get all of these Dominicans to come and to support these two Dominican medalists, bro.
Listen, man, I'm done doing that. I'm done trying to tell people to support. All I could do is make them aware. And look, the whole show basically we've been talking about the Olympics. So I'm making people aware of them. That's all I could do, make them aware of them. And if they want to support, like the
Yo,
Nobody 92 watching, he support. My man threw a $10 super chat, right? Bang. After, and that's not his only super chat today. See, he support. I know if there's a fight, I know he'll show up. But there's
Yo,
certain
If I
dudes.
sign
Yo,
Marco
there's
Red, then
certain
we're
dudes. You,
changing the name of the show. How about that?
what's up?
If I sign Marco Red, then we were changing the name of the show. Changing the name of the show.
What's it gonna call? What's it gonna be
we
called?
just go. We gonna do something Latin based, or maybe even Mexican based. We gonna throw some Mexican flags on here, bro.
Nah, man, come on, man. I love my Mexican people. That's for sure. One thing
Yo,
I can say is Mexican people, they definitely they've been fucking with me. So shout out to my Mexican fans. And but nah, man. Hey, he could come on the show. I've interviewed Mexicans before. I've interviewed Americans, Puerto Ricans. I've interviewed all over. I just obviously focus on Dominican. That's just my
bro.
thing.
Mark my word, he's
Marcos
going to be
Verdes, who he's referring
he
to, the
he's
Olympian, Mexican
he is
Olympian.
going to replace. He's going to be the next big Mexican fighter.
Okay. And God willing, I want you to sign him. I want you to do work as hard as you do on anything to get that dude to sign
I'm gonna
with you.
try to work. Bro. Listen, I'm gonna try to sign everybody, bro.
You gonna try San Pinales?
Of course, bro. Come on
What
now.
about Alcantara?
Like people were telling me no, this that, and the third, but I love boxing, bro, and I love guys who could fight.
Okay.
I love guys who
That-
could fight,
Yo,
and
that would be some crazy shit if you signed all three. That would be insane.
I
I don't
love,
know.
bro.
I don't know if you got the funds to get all three, if they all three medal and shit like that. Because
We
well, all
figure it
three
out.
win gold or something, let's just say. But I definitely want you to get more than one. How about that? I want you to at least get two.
I would, bro. Them kids. I think them kids could do a lot, yo.
I I I know out of the three, you're highest on the Mexican. I know that.
So like in terms of like I just see the upside in terms of the market
No,
and
I'm talking about talent. Who out of the three? Which three you think are the best talent?
damn, bro. Damn, Alcantara's a fucking beast, but I think I think Marco for the pros, you mean, or just
Yeah, for the pros.
for the pros? Yeah, probably Marco, bro. Probably
Okay,
Marco.
okay.
But
And out of the two Dominicans,
I think I gotta see. The thing is, you gotta see if Pinales. Look, you remember the Cuban guy. What's his name? El chiquito ese, el que peleó con
Rigondeaux.
Rigondeaux. What everybody thought coming out of the amateurs. Oh, he's got too much of an amateur style. He can't punch. And when he started sparring guys, well, everybody's ain't nobody could punch like him, bro.
And yo, he broke Nonito Dones all
Bro,
over
he
the
could
floor. Yeah,
so like you
nah.
don't know like when these guys decide to sit down and they're like, yo, if he can make the shift to the pro game, then
And,
like he's a big dude and he's
and,
strong.
and that's why I want Pinales to train with Hector Bermudez, the trainer of Rohan Polanco. And the reason I say that is because the biggest difference that Rohan has made, and he said on my channel, and that the trainer has explained to me what he corrected was now he's punching with his knuckles and he's sitting on his punches. He spoke about that. He even said on my channel, oh, he used to slap like he used to fight like a cat. He goes, I told him to use his knuckles, and now he's getting these knockouts that he wasn't getting in the amateurs. So I think that him going over there, because I look at that as his problem. He punches a lot kind of slappy. A lot of times his balance is off, and he's still throwing a punch. Where if he sat down and was a little bit more, stable, he could sit down more on his punches. And I
You
don't
gotta
think,
bring him to a place where he's gonna get the attention that he deserves and he's gonna get the work he needs. Um, and obviously, somebody who can help transition his style. It's tough to send him to some places if they don't have, bigger guys to spar with. And also, I'm seeing a lot, especially more recently, the big cities are starting to blow up because of I guess the all of these YouTube people going around and all of these social media stars and whatever showing up, and it's easier to work social media if you're in, LA or Vegas or Miami, like the where
Yo,
Benavidez was
well,
at.
hold on. What's his name? Elvis is in LA. I never seen him link up with no YouTubers or
But there's
actresses.
always, but what you haven't seen him link up with nobody. What wasn't he on NFL.com the other day? Or he was on
Was I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
he was on the NFL and ESPN with what's his name? The quarterback for Pittsburgh. He's on Pittsburgh now.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I had seen that. Oh, Instagram. You're talking about. You're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I did see him on Instagram, but the post wasn't about him. It was about Russell Wilson.
But I mean, still, you made NFL, ESPN, Sports Center.
No, I get it. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
And like when Benavidez was out here in the big gym in Miami, bro. Like all of those kids be out here and they be blowing up their social media in that
Yo,
gym.
let's circle back to Elvis, man. Yo, when we getting that Elvis Rodriguez interview, man? What's he doing now, man? It's only what time is it? It's 8 o'clock over there. Check what he doing, man. Yeah, it's 8:17 out there, man. Hit him up. Hit him up. Let's get Elvis on the line, man. The streets want to know about Elvis. Um, Elvis Rodriguez came off that PBC contract, which honestly I felt was just never a fit for him. He just didn't fit there. They just didn't know what to do with him. They genuinely, I feel, didn't know what to do with him, and them parting ways, I think was best for both. We want to hear about that. We also want to hear about his last performance where he gets dropped in the first round. I remember him. He even told me after the fight, as he's walking back to the locker room, he goes, "Yeah, it was a headbutt. It was a headbutt," but he didn't even see that was a punch. Oh, what's up, man? You
Yeah,
spoke to Elvis?
I just sent him a message. I'm waiting for him to hit me back.
Yeah. I was just saying how I want to talk to him about, feeling like finally being out that contract and performing in the top rank. Talk to him about the first time him getting dropped. I remember him telling me while he was walking to the locker room, it was a headbutt, but I had seen it clearly and then even saw the replay. It was clearly a punch, and then he realized he was just hurt and thought it was a headbutt. And then coming back and dropping him that same round, it was just like so exciting to see as a
Bro. Look,
journalist and as a
I
fan.
I think as a manager, you want to see that grit. You want to see him get up. You want to see him. You don't really know what you have until you weather the storm.
Yo, bro, if he knocks him out cold that day with that punch in that same first round, do you sleep that night?
Bro,
Well, that would have been like a fucking storybook ending right there.
it almost was. He dropped him twice or three, two more times, I
Twice,
think.
twice. No, he dropped him twice. He dropped him
It-
that first round and then again like in the seventh, I think.
I think in like the last round, he dropped him, but they didn't count it.
I don't remember. I gotta rewatch. I gotta rewatch that one.
And he was like hurt, but yeah. Listen, I'm happy. I'm happy how it turned out. Um, I'm happy that he showed grit. I'm happy that he performed the way he performed.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not happy they got dropped, but I'm very
I get it.
happy about how he handled it, and it shows me, hey, listen, when the waters get rough, he gonna swim.
Mhm. Yo, the Nobody 92 who sends another $5 super chat. Shout out to my brother, man. He says, if we pop out on September 27th, Benji, you gotta promise us we get to meet you and Elvis.
We always around, man.
Yeah, man, they definitely approachable. They definitely be close and available to the fans. I never seen Elvis say no to a picture, and Elvis and Benji, he's a people person. Can't you tell?
Yeah, everyone hates me or they love me, so it is what it is.
Nah, man. Come on, man. I'm just fucking with you. But Nah, man. Let's hope Elvis could come on, man. I feel like there's a lot to talk about, and I know the fans gonna want to. I know the fans gonna want to pop in and ask a cute few questions. You know how we do it here when we allow the fans to call in. Um.
It's probably gonna be easier for me to set something up.
Oh
I'll
no,
set it
no,
up.
it's cool. Yeah, we'll set something up another time. It was just I thought it would be dope. Like yo, you watching this live, and all of a sudden Elvis Rodriguez come on. I thought that if he was
Yeah,
available. I don't know what's he doing
he
at
didn't, he didn't
1:24.
respond, so maybe I don't know. Maybe he's out or something like that. Or
No, no, that.
he oh what time is it over there? Because I think he runs.
It's 8:20 p.m.
He runs at night, so I don't know if he's running right
Oh
now.
yeah, so he might be running. It's all good. It was just if he was
Yeah.
available. If he was available. Shout
But
out to him,
I'll
man. My
set
man
something up.
running that night. What's up?
I'll set something up for next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, please, please, because the fans been asking, and honestly, I've been asking. I want to talk to him. The two people the three people I want to talk to most in order is Elvis number one, then I want to say Rohan number two, and Jan Santana number
What
three, and
about
then LD
Pinales?
number four, and LD number four, kind of in that order. That's sort of how I want to talk to the Dominicans who fought.
What about Pinales and
Well,
Alcantara?
I'm not including that because they didn't fight that night. I was talking about from that night, from that event. I want to talk to Elvis the most, then Rohan, then Jan Santana, then Eldi. Not that that's who I think who's the best in order. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying as to who I really want to talk to.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
know,
I
I
want to talk.
think
I definitely want to talk to. I definitely want to talk to Pinales. I've interviewed him before. We had internet problems, but I've interviewed him before, and I never interviewed Alcantara, but I would love to get him on. I would love to get him on.
oh listen, I'm just very happy that these these Olympics are going the way I hope they were gonna go. Um, I'm glad to see them doing a thing. I'm glad to see the kid that I'm high on doing his thing. You know, he has the tough fight. He's going against the Indian tomorrow. Um,
Sign that dude, bro. You tap into the Indian market. They're like 2 billion
you know that
people.
they tried that for a while, bro. I don't know if you remember. They signed like
I don't. Who
you don't
tried it?
remember. Yeah, they signed. They were even training with Freddie for a little bit. They signed like the two big Indians out of like the last Olympics. I don't know if it was the last one or the one
The thing
before that.
is, they do good in the amateurs.
Yeah,
They
they're not
like
bad, bro.
they're not bad. Look, whenever I see an
Yo,
Indian,
that's what I'm telling you. The Indian dude right now that this dude's fighting tomorrow, he's tough, bro. Like
okay.
like when I see them when I see them fight the first time, I was like, oh shit, bro. Like this guy's a problem, bro.
What weight is he?
What is it? 50, 60? Um, let me
Don't
see.
ask me no kilograms.
I think it's 71 kilos. So
I don't know if he's checking how much 71 kilos is.
150, 156.
Yo, you know what's the good part about you doing that? That shows neither me or you sold cocaine because we don't know what kilograms add up to what. But yo, 154 pounds. Yo, I want to sign that dude because if I could tap into the Indian market, 2 billion people, if 1% is interested in him, that's it.
Bro, but they've tried that. I'm telling you, and it for whatever reason it doesn't pan out. I think some of these
I'm not.
countries,
What's up? Yeah.
some of these countries take such good care of their amateur kids that like you know who does it and why you don't see them like Italy. Italy has a heavyweight now that he could be something, and Italy's had a few heavyweights that like I don't understand. They had a heavyweight that looked like Ivan Drago, bro. He reminded me of the Klitschko's. He was killing everybody, bro. I think he won
And he
like
was
two
just
gold medals. I never turned
nah.
pro, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I would have heard of that. Two
yeah, bro.
Italian with 2 gold medals at super heavyweight.
Yeah, yo.
I would have heard of that. Nah, I don't think that's true. I don't
Yeah,
believe that. Hold on. I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that. Gold. medalist. Maybe he won. Maybe he won something else, man.
I gotta look him. It starts with a C.
Oh, Roberto Camaret.
Yeah, he looked. He
Okay.
looked like Ivan Drago.
Hold on. I just pulled up his name, so I wanna. Hold on. Boxing. I- Damn, I can't find a picture of him. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if I know Italian when it's
He won. He won bronze, silver, and gold.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
he won all three,
Yep.
and he just decided to stay pro. I mean, amateur. Excuse
Bro,
me.
like they just took good care of him, bro.
Okay. Hey, man. Honestly,
And like
uh,
everyone was like, yo, if he turned pro, he gonna kill everybody, bro.
he was big too.
Yeah, he was huge, yo.
Damn.
Huge dude, bro.
Yo, because heavyweight money is different. Is different, bro. You imagine we had a
Bro,
Dominican
you didn't see the,
heavyweight.
did you see the Ecuadorian kid today?
Nah, I today I only watch the Dominicans, and that's it.
There's a heavyweight from Ecuador. He lost to France. I don't know if he lost. I didn't think he lost. But bro, he reminds me of he reminds me of Luis Ortiz, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean that
Except
okay.
he's like 22.
What are you thinking?
Oh, that dude could fight, yo. And that heavyweight, that dude could fight.
He got the size. He got the size.
He's huge, bro.
Shit, maybe we gotta sign him, bro. That's it. I'm your new partner.
For me, I live this shit, yo. I watched all of this shit. I watched even the girls. There was a girl, the Puerto Rican chick, Ashley Lozada. Oh my God, bro. That's the next Amanda Serrano right there, bro. She was,
Oh, okay,
bro,
you really invested in this boxing Olympic thing.
always,
Well,
bro.
are you invested because you're scouting, or you invested because you're a fan, or both?
I think it comes from it starts off as like you're scouting, you're looking, and then you get caught up in some of these like like I think that girl like Losada like she could be, but she could fight. She's fun. She's fun.
She probably gonna be signed to Serrano, and Serrano gonna bring her to Jake Paul. If she that'd be the smart move to do right there. You
They gotta
know?
do something with her, bro. She's
Yeah, you know,
all, I know what people like. They like the like, but she's all like tatted up and shit. But yo, she can fight, bro.
she's a fighter. He's a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
She can
but
fight.
but yo, you imagine Dominicans having a heavyweight? We call him Big Poppy or some shit. Some big 6'7", 260
Yo, we just got
solid
that
muscle.
NFL dude.
What's up? Oh yeah. We just got somebody in the NFL. We had NFL players before.
Yeah,
Yeah, Luis Castillo. He was from New Jersey. He was Dominican,
I
and
think
he made it.
he played for the Chargers.
He played for the Chargers, and I
Yeah,
think he played for another team. He played for the Chargers, and I think he played like for another team as well. But he kind of had like a couple good years, and then kind of just
NFL's a
went away.
tough fucking. The
No,
NFL.
NFL is ridiculous stuff. I'm not. Listen. My dream was the NFL. He fucking made it. Believe me, I wasn't shitting on his career
I tell
whatsoever.
people that all the time. Like, if you give me you give me everything, bro. If I could have done anything, bro, it would have been playing in the NFL, bro.
Yeah, I mean that was my dream. It's funny when I was let's say 10, I wanted to be a boxer because my mom was a big boxing fan, and she loved Oscar De La Hoya. And I used to watch. I used to stay up late irresponsibly with her watching these fights. and I wanted to be a boxer, but my mom was like, no, 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 no. So then I just ended up getting into football, and I started playing football, and that was my dream. Like, but my original dream really was to be a boxer, to be honest with you. It's just my mom shut it down so hard. It was so not gonna happen that I just was like, whatever, I'm gonna give up on it. But if you bring me back, I would have wished that 10-year-old me would have fought for it more and ended up in a gym.
I see. I loved. I could watch boxing all day since I was a little kid. I watched boxing. I loved boxing
Yeah,
to this
yeah, yeah.
day. But I always wanted to be in the NFL. That was my thing. I wanted to play.
Yeah,
I wanted to play for UM. I played football since I was like, I don't know, 9 years old, 11 years old, something like that. Um, and then I played. I think like boxing became like my fallback when I realized I wasn't big enough. Because I played for Xavier, and then I got my fucking
you got a reality check.
I got a big reality check when we played a dude who got drafted. I think he went to Penn State, or I can't remember where he went. And he was the running back, and I was outside linebacker. And he ran over me the whole game, bro.
You're like, yeah, nah, I don't know if this is for me.
Yeah,
Nah, man. Honestly, even looking back, I was just wasn't big enough to make the NFL. I wasn't fast enough to play the positions because I'm big enough to be a corner. I'm big enough to be a quarterback. I'm big enough to be a running back. I'm big enough to be a slot receiver, but I don't got the speed to do none of those positions. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
do the super duper fast. So I was athletic, so they just threw me on the defensive line or the offensive line, and yeah, I'm a big guy, but I'm not huge. And and in the NFL, there's nobody my size. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like I'm
yeah,
talking about
I
the
mean,
positions I played.
yeah. For me, I was like, when I saw like linebackers, and I played running back and I played linebacker, and I was like,
I just didn't have the speed really to because I could have played linebacker in terms of size because I could have bulked up, but I just didn't have the speed really to play in the NFL.
nah, yeah, the speed of the game is tough.
Yeah, nah. I'm hoping my son, man, I got a son. Hopefully he could pick up where I left off, and I want him to play baseball though. So,
Yeah, I think you know something. I think that's where I wish I would have gone. Like if I were to
mhm.
go back, I
Me
would have
too.
done baseball.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Because my high school didn't have a football team, so I should have played baseball.
So
Like,
my first high school had a football team. Then I kicked out of the high school. My second high school only had a baseball team.
yeah, nah. I should. You're right. If I could do it all over again, like, all right, you're not gonna box. I should have went. The thing is that I wanted to play baseball, and like I had to go get it like a physical or some shit. I don't know if I didn't have insurance or whatever. But anytime I would go to my mom, like, yo, they need the the physical, she would just be like, yeah, 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 and then we would never get it. So that's why I kind of like, well, I never played little league. I played when I was like 5, and then I wanted to play again when I was like 11, and she kind of just never got me the physical, and I never signed up.
Yeah, man. I mean, fuck. Going back, I loved sports, bro. But you know what? I love boxing. The glory that you get in boxing, there's nothing like it.
What fight made you fall in love with boxing?
I don't know. I can't even go back. Honestly, I loved all of the Tyson fights back in the day. I remember the first time I got my heart broken was when Tyson lost um
Douglas.
to Douglas, bro. I was bawling, like bawling, yo.
How
And
old were
then
you in 1990?
like 8 or 9.
Man, you was a Tyson fan since that young.
Yeah, bro.
Man,
And
that's
then
crazy.
my favorite fighter was Gerald McClellan.
Mm.
When Tyson went away, Gerald McClellan became my favorite fighter. And I will never forget watching on Showtime late at night watching his fight against Nigel Benn, and I'm like, fuck, bro, I got my heart broken again.
Damn. Yeah, he was never the same after that.
Nah,
Never the same.
he's like paraplegic, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. After that
Yeah.
fight, and what's disappointing is the referee did such a. He could have stopped Ben in the first round, but the referee did such a bad job and was letting the
Bro, he beat.
Eubank
I
recover.
mean, he should have beat him, but whatever.
It is
I
what it
maybe
is.
maybe I'm just looking at it like a fan.
But yo, Benji, I've been on for over an hour, man.
Yo,
Uh,
shout out to all those guys doing their thing in the Olympics, whether you Dominican or Mexican or whatever, all my Latinos doing their thing, man. Shout out to all of those guys, yo.
Yeah, shout out to all the Latinos for sure. And definitely shout out to my Dominicans, Cristian Pinales, Junior Alcantara, doing
Hell
it
yeah.
for no money, just representing the country. And they're doing a good job already. Already got 2 bronze medal, and those could easily become a silver. And who knows, they could become gold. They've won gold in other tournaments before. There's no reason why they can't win gold in this one. But
Let's
fellas,
just
thank
hope
you.
there are no robberies. That's it, yo.
Yes,
And
yes. If they lose,
tune in tomorrow, Marco Verde. Watch him fight, bro.
time, do you know?
Coño, I'll text it to you later.
All right. You text it to me and I'll tweet it out. Follow me
All right.
on Twitter at _Broadway Joel. Follow me on Instagram at Broadway Joel. You want to plug anything, man, before we go?
Oh yeah, everybody better show up September 27th. I don't want to hear it, bro. Like that's it.
That's it. It's in New
That's it. No
York.
more
All that
excuses. Y'all
shit y'all were
bitch.
talking.
Y'all asked for it. We here. Now what?
All that shit you were
I don't want
talking
to
about.
hear
Very
we're not main
Smith,
event. I don't want to hear none of that, yo.
I
You
don't
better
want to hear
show
it.
up. It's a
I don't
train
want to hear it
ride.
either.
It's a train ride away. So I don't want to hear it, bro.
Yep. Every train goes to 34th Street, basically. So that getting there is very easy if you live in New York City or New Jersey or Connecticut, PA. Penn Station
No
is there.
excuses.
There is no excuse why you shouldn't be there. If you live in DC, there's no excuse.
And I think Polanco's fighting on that card too. I'm not sure.
I haven't gotten confirmation on that. That was a rumored date that was told to me, but I don't. Then I heard Tiger Johnson's gonna be on, and I'm like, so maybe not. We'll see. But I know Ali Feliz is a chance he may be on. That's another Dominican. So you getting at least 2 for 1, possibly Rohan. That'll be 3. Who knows? LD, you never know. That may be 4. It may be another Dominican takeover in New York. You just never know. Once them tickets drop, they better show
come
up.
through. They better come through. If they don't show up in New York, I'm gonna be back on here giving you the same shit I always give you.
Nah, and I'm gonna be back on here talking to the people how I talked to them after that fight in Miami. I came over here and Juan de lo Mio was even he had to hop on and be like, yo, Broadway, yo, chill, yo, we the fans and this and that. And I was like, nah, if you wasn't there, I'm pissed off.
If you don't show up, you ain't a fan.
Yup. Yo, listen, September 27. You got over a month to reserve that. I'm going as a journalist. I'm not paying a ticket. I'm going in there for free. I'm gonna get the content. I'm not going to be cheering. I'm not going to be with no flags. I'm going to be there as Broadway Joel getting content.
I better see
And
everybody.
if y'all don't show up, that's evidence. So make sure y'all show up. If not, then we I'm gonna have to come back on this channel and say how y'all don't support. So y'all reputation is on the line, really.
Yo, be safe, guys. Good night.
All right, everybody, hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, man, celebrate that win. Celebrate those wins. We got 2 bronze medalists at least. They may get silver. They may get gold. We'll see how the fights progress, but celebrate that. And just know that Dominican boxing is heading in the right direction. All right, guys, until next time.